Hi, and welcome to episode 46 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean, and this is my weekly podcast where I share my quilting adventures. I'm excited that I have a bunch to show you guys this week. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers to the podcast, but if you are new, I'd love it if you take just a few moments to say hi in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. And where possible, any products, channels, or patterns that I mention, I'll put in the description, but if you need additional assistance, reach out. I'm always more than happy to help. But let's go ahead and get started with the works in progress. Some weeks I get a bunch done, I get a lot of sewing done, and other times not so much. And sadly, this falls into the second category, but I do have a bunch coming up in the next few weeks, so we got to stay busy. There's going to be more to show you, and I still have a bunch to show you here in this episode, so don't turn me off just yet. First of all, I want to tell you about the Hunter Star that I started last week, and as a recap, if you missed last week's episode, go back and check it once you've watched this one. But this is what I made, and I just love how this turned out. And you can see that it has the prints here. It's an Allison Glass line that was sent to me by one of my wonderful viewers. And then this week I made another block using a different set of the Allison Glass fabrics that she also sent me. And I love this. It's got bees, and I believe it had like little lions and so forth. And I'm hoping you guys can get a decent view of all this. And then this is an overall view as well. I used different colors. I tried to make them high contrast and not put the black and white and the red and green together like I did in the last box, just to make it a little different. I think it's going to pop and look really good in the finished product, finished quilt as well. So I do have actually another line in the same series in the Allison Glass fabrics that I want to use next in this one here. And then I think I'm going to mix it up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments as well. So that's what I had done during the week as in a work in progress. So now we'll move on to our week in review. And if you are new to the channel, this is just a series of clips of me sewing during the week and some other stuff. I will usually try and include the dogs as well because they're very popular on the channel, so I hope you enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed the week in review segment. It's one of my favorite parts to produce, and I know a lot of you guys enjoy it as well. Last week, I asked the question, what quilts patterns you'd like to see me make here on the channel in the near future, and I loved hearing each and every answer. And I'm definitely going to do quite a few of those in the near future, so keep an eye out. And I'd like to apologize to everybody in advance if it took me longer than normal to reply to your comments. It's not because I didn't read them. I usually read your comments pretty much as soon as they come in, wherever possible, and I try to reply when I can. But just because of my fatigue after COVID, it's been taking me longer than normal to have the mental capacity to reply. So bear with me. I will reply to every comment as quickly as I can, and please be assured that I am reading them as quickly as I can, and I'll reply to them when I can, and I'll try to be better this week. Anyway, this week, I was thinking about quilt sizes and so forth there, and as you've seen over the year, I've made small ones like the dog quilt behind me, up to bigger ones, lap size, twin size. I've made them as big as queen size, but I think I prefer the smaller ones, lap size and below wherever possible. And I'd like to know what size quilts you are drawn to. If you're given the choice, do you prefer the smaller ones, the bigger ones, the middle ones, or do you just like to do it all? Let me know in the comments. So the goals for last week, I wanted to get more of the mythical darksons done. Didn't happen. Wanted to get more of the somber quilt done. That didn't happen either. But I did get the Hunter Star one done. So, 1 out of 3, not a passing grade, but it's a goal, not a deadline. So we'll live with that. This week I hope to do a little better. But we'll see what happens. It's some weeks you get a lot of stuff done, sometimes you don't, and I just have to be okay with that, and I am. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to get some more of the somber quilt done, maybe some darksons. I'm definitely going to do the So Sweet Puzzle Mystery Quilt, which I'll talk about later in the episode. So we'll see how we go from there. What are your goals for the week? Let me know. So in case you missed it, on Wednesday I put out a video, the judges' notes from the 2022 Virginia State Fair, what the judges said, and the lessons I learned. And not only did I learn a lot from the judges' notes, I learned a lot from you guys. The comments that you guys put in for me, and the suggestions, and the tips were wonderful. I cannot tell you how much they meant to me. It was just wonderful to see the suggestions. I've learned so much from you along with the judges, and I'm going to be a better quilter because of everybody that did that for me. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And then on Saturday yesterday, I had a special guest, Erica from Little Glass Quilts, and she is not on YouTube at the moment, but maybe in the future. But she has an account on Instagram, also on TikTok, and in addition to making quilts just like yourselves and myself, she also makes stained glass items. They're usually 12 by 12, and they're in the shape or designs of quilt blocks, which I think was absolutely stunning, and that was one of the reasons that drew me to her and wanted to have her on the channel as well. So if you're on Instagram or TikTok, definitely check her out. I've got the descriptions in the links in the descriptions below. I always get that backwards, but I'm not perfect. And check her out. She's a lot of fun. So upcoming videos. On Wednesday, I plan on putting out another tutorial, and this is going to be something that's quick and easy. It's a wonderful gift for the holiday season coming up. I've made these for co-workers a couple of years ago, and it was by far one of the best received gifts I've ever sent out. They actually asked for more, and that is your bowl cozy. And this method that I learnt is quick, it's easy, you can use scraps, you can do whatever you want with it. And even if you made bowl cozies before, check out the video because it may be an easier way than you've seen before, because that's what I've heard in the previous times that I've shown it on lives on other channels and so forth. So definitely check that out. And then Saturday morning with Brecky, the guy who sews, I am super excited to have some other content creators join me, and we're going to put together our puzzle mystery quilts. And these are the ones that I've been working on over the last 9 or 10 months. And we got to put them all together, and I am so excited to see this all come together. I have seen pictures of the completed quilts, but I'm really excited to see how mine looks. And they're going to all have different colorways, so you actually got to get to see them all put those together in one go, and you get to see like 3 or 4 quilts put together in one sitting. So definitely come and join us for that. And if you can't make it, definitely hit the replay because it's going to be a lot of fun. So now it is time for mail call, and it was basically a Cotton Cuts mail call this week. So the first thing that showed up was on Wednesday, and it is the Clue 10 of the So Sweet Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts, and this is what the final design's going to look like, and it looks fun. I've seen the finished product, as I said a few moments ago, and then they sent me the binding and the borders and all that sort of fun stuff. So that's what we got to put together on Saturday. And then they also sent, which I thought was really neat, 3 quilt labels. So now I have no excuse not to put labels on these quilts. So I think it's fun that they gave us 3 of them, so that way I can actually put on a couple of others, and this way you can kind of get a better view of it. It's got the title, made by date, and then it's got a fun quote at the bottom. And so that's what I got on Wednesday. And then yesterday, I got my Roses Your Way Advent. It's in this cool box, and look, the stickers come undone, but I promise you I haven't opened this yet. So it's got 24 different fat quarters in there. They're all batiks, and we got to start opening those on December 1st, and I've got a fun event lined up for that, which I'll probably announce to you either next week or the week after, so stay tuned for that. A lot of you guys know about it already, but we do have a Discord group, which is a great place for you to come and join us and fellow quilters and share your pictures of your completed projects, chat with fellow quilters, and all that good stuff there. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do so. I've got the link to that in the description as well. and we'd love to have you there if you haven't already joined up. I always love hearing from my viewers, whether it's via email or the comments here in the videos, and I always love hearing your comments, and I read and reply to each one, as I mentioned earlier on the podcast. So I'd love it if you would. And if you enjoyed the video, definitely like it and tell a friend or two. And that pretty much wraps up the episode. So I hope you all have a great day, a great week, get all the sewing in that you want, and we'll see you all in the next video. Happy sewing. Bye.